Hello fellow YouTubers, Parrot Dragon back again after, last time we were here we were opening a box, or no, not a box, a trial deck for Aqua Force. Oh hey, that's one of the clans that we'll be talking about today. Today I'm going to review something else related to Cardfight, the clans. Now, in the description below there will be a link to Wiki, which will give you more in-depth information on all the clans, but I'm just going to give you a brief rundown of each clan and what they do and my opinion on them. This is mostly opinionated, so don't think that I know everything. This is the exact information, because other people would disagree. People who disagree with my opinions on some of these clans, you know who you are. Don't leave hateful comments because of that. So, let's get right to it, and let's start with the original clan. I call it the original because it's the first clan really in the show. The Royal Paladins. And I've just got, oh hey, it's the band card known as Barkle. Yeah, there's no real distinct type or rarity or something that I'm just using. I'm just using the shiniest cards that I have for each clan. So some might not be as stellar as others. Royal Paladins. Okay. These guys focus on rear guards. Mainly, they say, hey, I have a bunch of rear guards, I gain power from that. They're the original clans, mainly made up of knights and dogs, as you can see here, some dragons and whatnot, but they're basically the original clan. And as we get further into the countdown, you'll see more of their anti-side, which I will show later, but yeah, the Royal Paladins, I think they're okay to have. They're an okay clan to use. They have some faults, like, say you get cards that you can't really place on the field, then you're kind of screwed, or if you just have, like, only your Vanguard on the field because you've been guarding in defense the whole time, you might be in trouble there. But Royal Paladins, I still think they're okay. They're an okay clan. They're okay. Next clan. The Kaguras, and I should probably mention what nation each clan was from. Get out of here. Royal Paladins are from United Sanctuary. Kaguras from the Dragon Empire. Yeah. Anyone who knows the fight that's going on right now between Kaguras and Narukamis, I do like to take sides, really. I will say Kagura is a good clan. This is Dragonic Overlord. People who know about Dragonic Overlord, yeah, don't rub it in my face. Won't be doing that. But basically what Kaguras focus around is killing off your rear guards, gaining power from that, and then beat sticking you. Now, some people would say that this is really good and everyone should do that, but it does have its faults. I can see some faults it would have. Otherwise, everyone in the game would just be saying, hey, Kagura versus Kagura. But no, some people do Kagura versus Royal Paladins. See? So these are not the most powerful clan. Anyone who says that clearly does not know what they are talking about. They just don't. Still, I tried this clan, didn't really like it, but didn't like how they carried themselves, but still, it's an okay clan to have. They do have their ups and downs and whatnot. Overlord is, I will admit, really cool. I'm going to admit that on camera. Overlord is really cool. Well, that's all I gotta say about him. Next, the Oracle Think Tank from United Sanctuary. It's Luckbird, because that's really the only one that I have that can say anything that's shiny. Oracle Think Tanks are somewhat confusing, actually. They focus on two things. One of the main ones that I've seen, the original Oracle Think Tank focuses on your soul and also having multiple cards in your hand, but both Oracle Think Tanks focus on having a huge amount of cards in your hand and knowing what cards are going to be coming up in your deck. It's just basically about draw advantage and basically knowing what you have. Versus Oracle Think Tank, they take a while to kill. But a lot of people that I verse with Oracle Think Tank often, like the people using the ride chain, don't really win that much, and I find that weird because I think the ride chain is okay. Again, links in the description about what I'm talking about if you have no idea. But still, I think Oracle Think Tanks are okay. They're an okay clan to use. Not entirely popular, though. They're not, like, popular like the Kaguras and the Royal Paladins are. But they're still a good clan, nonetheless. Yeah. What's next? Nova Grapplers. Okay. Beast Deity is your Kaiser. Gonna say this right off the bat. I think Nova Grapplers are one of the lower forms of Vanguard. I just don't find them entirely useful. They focus on you having damage and then counterblasting to stand and rest units and then unflipping damage and whatnot. They don't have a distinct focus, I guess you could say. They focus on, like, yeah, I can't even say what they really focus on because nobody really knows entirely what they focus on. They focus on different things depending on what you have. Like, this one does a Persona Blast, and pause that if you want to, but you can stand some rear guards. Okay, a lot of things can do that, like stand triggers. Yeah, Nova Grapplers have no consistency, really, and to be totally honest, almost every box set, Bushiroad just decided, sponsor, to spew out Nova Grapplers for the most part, and just be like, here's more Nova Grapplers, we're giving you more Nova. And I'll be honest, some of the Nova Grapplers, like the Robotic Nova Grapplers, look cool, Beast Deities look cool, Battle Razors, I think, are the coolest out of them. Like, I saw some where it's like, Nova Grapplers, transform and roll out. Yeah, that was funny. But they don't really do much, and they're actually really low on the list. I put them really low on my list of whatnots. So, yeah, I don't know if you want to run this clan or not, but if you do, props to you. If it's Battle Razor's awesome. Beast Deities are okay, I think. But if you want to run Nova Grapplers, I'd go more with the Battle Razors, if anything. What do we have next? Shadow Paladins. Yeah. You know how I said earlier about the Royal Paladins? These are their exact opposites. Shadow Paladins. Shadow Paladins, while Royals focus on having rear guards, Shadow Paladins focus on killing rear guards and gaining power from that. Some other clans involve killing rear guards, but they do other things and whatnot, but Shadow Paladins. Kill your rear guards, kill them, just kill all your rear guards, and gain crap tons of power to kill your enemies. Now, I've only versed this clan once or twice, and one of my friends uses him. You know who you are. And yeah, the way he runs it, I think it's okay. I versed some other guy with it. Didn't really find it very fun because they just killed me, and it wasn't that fun. Losing's not fun, guys. But Shadow Paladin and Gurubao, yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it. This is just a double rare or something, but it's a wolf. That's all I can say. But I think Shadow Paladins are okay, actually. I find them to be an okay clan. They don't really... I don't have anything really against them and whatnot. I think they're fine. Moving on. And how much time I got left? I got 20 minutes left on this camera. I should be fine. Okay. Next. Gold Paladins. Yeah, 3 types of Paladins, all in United Sanctuary. Oh, forgot to mention, Nova Grappler is in Stargate. Shadow Paladin, United Sanctuary. Gold Paladin, also in United Sanctuary. And these guys, from the lore that I've read, they're basically what's left of the Royal and Shadows after the Royals and Shadows get banished or whatnot, blah, 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 blah. Link in the description below for Wiki to find out everything. Gold Paladins, not much different from Royals and Shadows. Half Gold Paladins focus on what Royal Paladins do. The other half focus on what Shadow Paladins do. Pretty straightforward. I actually find Gold Paladins to be okay. Spectral Duke's a boss. Blondizel is overpowered. I prefer Spectral Duke just because he's less overpowered and is a boss, but Gold Paladins are okay, I guess. Next. Narukami. Now, these guys were said to replace the Kagura, basically. And this is Dragonic Kaiser Vermilion of Narukami. Basically, the head honcho of Narukami. Ah, crap. I gotta remember to do this more. Crimson Lion Cub Kerf. He helps you get Blondizel. Something like that. Whatever. Narukamis. Now, have a bias towards this type of clan, I'll be honest. As you can see, this is sleeved, so... As you can see, this is one of the decks I run. Yeah, so, spoilers, sleeved stuff is usually stuff I either am trying to run or are running. So, in my deck reviews of the stuff that I have, you can see that later. But, anyway... Narukamis basically do what Kaguras do. Kill off rear guards. Now, Overlord, what he does, pick off a rear guard one by one. Vermilion, kill all rear guards at once. And yeah, it's only applying to the front row, but basically, Kaguras pick stuff off one by one and deplete it in a very mean way, and Vermilion just says, hey, I'll kill both of you, all three of you at once. Flavor text is awesome. But I run this clan, so I think it's awesome. I like the trial deck for it. Trial deck's got a nice double rare, which I'm not going to show you because I decided to show Vermilion off. Because Vermilion is awesome. Continuing. Dark Irregs. First Dark Zone. Dark Irregulars are scary. I'm going to be honest. They focus on it having a huge soul, which is something you see from the Dark Zone. Narukami's over there. Come from Dragon Empire. And which one is this? Demon Chariot of the Witching Hour. Oh, that's awesome. And Dark Irregs focus on having a big soul. I don't have the big hitter Ammon, but I would show you, and yeah. They're really scary in battle. Not like, oh, they're scary images, but when you verse them, you get intimidated. They are really intimidating. With that huge soul, with that huge power hit, it's just... They are a good clan to run. I personally don't run them because Ammon would be hard to get, and I've already got like 6 decks in the making. I don't want to try to get any more out of that, because otherwise I'm going to look like I'm obsessed or something, and I'm not. Dark Irregs, though, want to run them. Some of your opponents should fear you, at least. That's not an entire guarantee, but somewhat guaranteed. Another unit from the Dark Zone, the Pale Moon Circus, basically. Hades Ringmaster. Pale Moons focus on having a huge soul, but instead of just hitting you with that huge soul and having huge power, Pale Moons focus on having a huge soul and manipulating it. Like, hey, I have this thing in the soul, now it's out of the soul, now it's back into the soul. Back in and out, doing crazy shenanigans and whatnot. I think they're okay. They're kind of fun to play against after a while. They're not like the best, but of the Dark Zone, I find them to be one of the weaker ones. But I think they're still an okay clan. They're not bad. Next, Magna Crocodile from the Great Natures. Great Natures. I am not a fan of Great Natures, just because I don't really like their art. Great Natures focus on, like, school animals and whatnot. And what Great Natures focus on, from what I've seen, they're really complicated, but they basically say, okay, I'm gonna give something power, kill it later, and then try to bring it back to my hand or bring it back to the field later. Kill stuff, retire it, bring it back. And it goes in a circle. Now that would be like, oh, why wouldn't you like that? Well, I don't really like Great Natures. Magna Crocodile is one of the few exceptions where I'm just like, oh, hey, this is pretty good. The penguins in Great Natures are awesome. But I'm just not a big fan of Great Nature. I really am not the biggest fan of it. Also, they are very complicated, I'll be honest. But if you want to run them, I'm not going to entirely hate you. I'll hate you just a little, but not that much. Continuing. Aqua Force. Naval Gazer Dragon from the Aqua Force clan, which is in Megalantica. You all remember this guy. You all know what he does. Yeah, so, like I said in a previous video, I talked about Aqua Force. Aqua Force focus on stand triggers. They focused on saying, oh, I've done 3 battles. I gain power. Now I'm going to stand more units and attack more than 3 times to get like 4, 5, or 6 attacks in. This is really effective. I like the Aqua Force clan. As you knew, I did the trial deck opening, so you all remember Navel Gazer. You all remember him and his double rareness and his awesome ponageness. Yeah, not much else to say there. Next, the Grand Blues. Ice Prison Necromancer Cocytus, and from Megalantica. Grand Blues are different. They focus on sending things to the drop zone, using that drop zone as a lounge, because they're just going to bring stuff back from the drop zone later, basically kill stuff, bring it back, kill stuff, bring it back. It goes in a cycle. Kind of like Great Natures, except without the power boost thing. And returning stuff to your hands. Basically, drop zone, rear guard, drop zone, rear guard, deck, drop zone, rear guard. Yeah. Pretty straightforward. Focused around undead pirates. Yeah. These guys are pretty sick. Pretty sick, and in a good way. Triple rare. Yeah, not much else to say there. Next, Mega Colony. I think this is the only clan from the zoo that I like. Martial Arts Mutant Master Beetle. Try saying that like 10 times fast. Dare you. And they focus on resting your opponent's rear guard. So it's just like, oh, hey, you know how you stand next turn? I'm not going to let you do that. You're not going to stand next turn. Nope. I like this clan. This clan is more effective than people give it credit for. And with the releasing of machinings, description below. They have become very powerful, I think, and most people misjudge these guys. Really nice clan, like these guys. They're pretty high up on my list. Next. Spike Brothers from the Dark Zone, and we got Skydiver. Yeah. Eat it, people who say Skydiver isn't good. Spike Brothers are basically football players. Ogre-like football players, and robot football players, and demon football players. Ooh. From the Dark Zone. They focus on calling stuff to rear guard, putting it back into the deck, calling it back out, and putting it back in the deck. Yeah, they do a hit and run tactic. It's very fun. These guys are just a fun clan to play with. Because they just like, bam, punch you in the face, leave, bam, punch you in the face again, leave. And it's pretty fun to use these guys. SP Skydiver. Only SP that I own currently. And not much else I can say. Not many people like Skydiver, but I say, you know what? I don't care. Next one. The Tachikaze clan from Dragon Empire. Tachikaze do almost what Shadow Paladins do, except a little bit differently. Tachikaze kill off rear guards to gain power, and sometimes bring those rear guards back, but as you can see from Raptor Colonel, yeah, Raptor Colonel's awesome. He just kills rear guards, gains power, and then blasts you with it. I actually originally didn't like the Tachikaze, because I didn't really like the fact of just killing off your rear guards and doing nothing much with it. Because that's what some of them do. They gain power, kill off rear guards, and do what Shadow Paladins do. But I saw Raptor Colonel, I'm just like, that's awesome. So, Tachikaze are actually in the middle of the list and whatnot. I don't really necessarily have a list, but like Tachikaze. They're a nice clan. How many we got left? Oh, we don't have that many left. Okay. Angel Feather from the United Sanctuary. They manipulate their damage zone. They basically say, I heal damage. I put damage in there, I heal damage. Yeah, they basically screw with their damage zone and whatnot. This is, what, Cosmo Healer, Irgarola, I can't pronounce that. And they're an okay clan to use. I tried these guys too, didn't really find them useful, but they're not necessarily bad, you just need to know how to run them, and not that many people run them, so not much else I can say, but Angel Feather, you're an okay clan to use. Medical nurses, though. That is a nice concept. Like angels that are nurses. That's cool. Next clan. Ramudu Triangles, and this is a precious card. What we got? Ramudu Triangle Cadet Carviel? I don't know. Bermuda Triangles kind of do another hit and run tactic. They call stuff to field, bring it back to the hand, call it back out, bring it back to the hand. They do stuff like that. Also from Megalantica. I haven't really played these cards enough to really necessarily know how good they are or not, so I can't accurately say if this clan is like good or not, because I haven't played this clan enough, because only like one person uses it and it isn't used that much. But still, they're focused around singing mermaids. That alone is worth at least checking out. Alright, we got like what, 4 left? Good. Nectars. We got Shield Seed Squire. From last one from Zoo. Oh god, I do not like Nectars at all. I do not like any of their arts. This is the one clan that I just cannot stand. Their concept is okay. They like say, hey, I have stuff on rearguard. I gain crap tons of power. Kind of like Royals, except they just focus on filling up the rearguard. Just fill it up. Paladins focus on having certain things on the rearguards. These things have stuff on rearguard. That's it. And I guess that's okay. I don't like the artwork for anything involving Nectar, so there's my opinion on that. Dimensional Police. These guys are interesting. From the Stargate. This is Enigman Shine. They do 2 types of things. There's the good guy Dimensional Polices, like Dayusha, focusing on basically giving yourself a crap ton of power for certain things. There's the bad side, which is like Zeal. They focus on making sure your opponent has less power than you and then beating it up. I like both sides of this. I think this is really original, and I give DP credit, Dimensional Police credit for doing something different from most other clans. Most clans kind of follow the same rules. DP does not. So, not much else to say there. Murakumo. And this from Dragon Emperor, and this is Stealth Beast Void Galaga. These guys also focus on hit and run tactics. Call something from the deck, attack it. Call something from your hand, attack, and run. They're ninjas, basically. So, I'd say that's pretty awesome. Yeah. Not much really to say. They're an okay clan. I have not versed anyone with a full Murakumo deck, so I cannot really accurately describe these, but I can describe our last clan that we're going to talk about. Nabutama. I like Nabutamas. They're basically Murakumos. They are basically the same thing, except different name. Nabutamas do something really OP so there is no real deck based around them. They only have 4 cards. This is the Grade 3 version. This is Stealth Dragon Voidmaster. They say Counterblast and make sure your opponent drops a card from his hand. Imagine a deck based around making your opponent discard cards. That would be awesome and overpowered. I at least think they should merge Nabutama and say Nabutamas can be treated as Murakumo to at least give Nabutama some ability to do something, or maybe put in a deck with other cards that can do these things skills, but yeah, I think Nabutamas are awesome and they are really overlooked, so they're not really an official clan. And I'm not going to talk about Et Rangers because they aren't released in America, so can't really talk about them, but Nabutamas I think are awesome, even if they are not an official clan. And Murakumos are pretty good too. They're like Nabutamas. Murakumos I think are being overlooked a little bit. I think they should consider them a little bit more, but what do I know? Voidmaster, though, is awesome. And that is my review on the clans of Vanguard. And and I have just received word about our next video from here, and it should be the box opening of Blue Storm Armada. So hopefully we can get into that a little bit. This is Parrot Dragon signing off, and I'll let Voidmaster just kind of finish up the talking. Evil Eye Poison. Stealth Dragon. Voidmaster.